To stop Ebola moved today on multiple fronts as the death toll continues to rise. The World Health Organization says 4,033 people have died from the deadly disease, and that includes the first and only fatality in this country. CBS 2's Dana Tyler in our newsroom now with more on the outbreak. Dana.
Maurice, as the death toll rises, so are people's fears from catching the disease. A Delta Airlines flight that took off today from JFK Airport was quarantined. When it arrived at a Las Vegas airport, a passenger who'd recently traveled to Africa vomited on board. Officials from the Centers for Disease Control responded. They say the sick passenger did not meet the criteria for Ebola, but it was the second air scare in 3 days. U.S. Airways passengers showed their anger as a man was escorted off a flight in the Dominican Republic by workers in hazmat suits. He joked about having Ebola, causing the flight from Philadelphia to make an emergency landing. As concern grows, the United Nations addresses the public health crisis and worries the Ebola cases will increase quickly if nothing's done.
You sometimes see films about this sort of thing, and you imagine, how could such a thing happen? This is more extreme than any film I have ever seen. This is a real challenge to all of us that's going to require every piece of ingenuity and collective action that we can mount.
The Assembly also heard via satellite from Sierra Leone's Minister of Health about conditions in the West African nation where there are not enough hospital beds and a backlog of cases in laboratories.
As a result, our holding centers are becoming breeding grounds for propagating the epidemic.
The United Nations coordinates the global response to the Ebola crisis. The world body saying only a quarter of the $1 billion that UN agencies have appealed for has been funded. President Obama has pledged 4,000 troops, the first of whom arrived in Monrovia, Liberia. They're setting up a medical facility. Liberians watch as troops prepare to take on an invisible enemy.
We'll build this hospital. We'll build these Ebola treatment units. We'll provide these labs and a lot of these tangible things, but there's a lot of intangible nature to this fight. And you want to give people the resiliency, the hope that they can continue on and fight this and see this through.
As soldiers try stopping the spread of Ebola in West Africa, here in the United States, an Ebola vaccine is being fast-tracked, tested on humans, a process normally taking years, reduced to months. Tomorrow at JFK Airport, in an effort of preventing another case in the United States, the CDC will begin checking the temperatures of passengers arriving from West Africa. Maurice, Christine.
Dana, thank you.